How did I even get here? Attracted to the dope game, addicted to the gangbang, infatuated with the street fame. How did I get life? Attracted to the dope game, addicted to the gangbang, infatuated with the street fame. How did I get life?
All right. Everybody doing out there in the YouTube world? Back again with episode 8 of How Did I Get Life? This is a show where we interview ex-lifers and lifers who then came home and got their shit together and figured out what went wrong, and we start all the way from the beginning. And because it's a process, you just don't get life for the case. It's a process to build up to the things that you wind up doing to wind up catching that sentence. So we're here to try to share our stories with other people, and hopefully we can deter some people, and some people can learn some things, and that's what it's all about, positivity. So listen, episode 8, we got a hell of another interview, hell of another show. Partner of mine, we walked some years off in the pen. Introduce yourself to the YouTube peoples.
My name is Damian Face the Music More.
Face the Music More. What's happening, man? So how much time did you do? How much time did you get? And how much time did you do?
Well, initially I got 5 years with 85%. Then I went out to court and came back with another 20 years to life. So it was 25 years to life altogether.
Damn. Let's take it back to the beginning. All the way to the beginning. Where you grew up at? How was your upbringing?
All right. Well, I was born and raised. I was raised all over the place, but I was born in Compton, California, on 137th Street, and born right off the front, you know. So I was raised kind of at Granny's house, but then sometimes in Long Beach, you know what I'm saying, with moms. Sometimes in San Diego, I got to San Diego, a lot of group homes and foster homes and little homeless in there. So I just moved around from here to San Diego.
So you was at it. You was at a crime doing crime at an early age. Huh?
Yeah. Like I was like I don't want to say forced to do crime, yeah. But like I had a big brother. You know, okay. My big brother named Quality Man Lamont. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So my big brother you know, before we'd have been in homeless situations together and stuff real young. Yeah. But he used to like force me actually to steal, you know, like he say, we go in the store, he say, hey, well, you know, you got to steal something. Yeah. You can't be this nice guy all the time, because if you don't steal, you ain't going to eat nothing. Yeah. So it's like I kind of was forced into crime a little bit.
So how did that dynamic, you know, get there? What broke up in the family structure that you know, led y'all to the foster homes, and you know, how did all that come into play?
Man, without taking the crap on nobody, it's just like I think we come from a generation. I just turned, well, not just now, I'm 50. So I turned 50. I think we just was in a generation where our parents was a generation of their parents just came and bought property and found jobs, came from some other state, you know what I'm saying, found somebody else from some other state, and then came to Compton, and then like trying to restart a whole city up, and then like doing well at it. And then like at the same time, when you relaxed and had thought it was nothing to worry about, and the kids was gonna be safe, then now it's like a drug culture came about. And it's like, I feel like, me personally, I feel like my parents, they partied off they parents' hard work. And then that led it to like, that's why we all grew up with our grandparents. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they would have left me alone, I would have grew up with my grandparents. Yeah. That's that's the house on 137th. Everybody know the Moores. My grandfather, especially my grandfather, Robert Lee Moore, he from LA. He taught everybody in the hood how to take pictures. He taught at Southwest College. He taught photography. He was a journalist. So it's like, if they would have left me there, maybe I would have been straight. But you know, sometimes mom's got to get her stuff together and come get the kids. You know. Yeah. And
so then bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, and then it's just like bad timing. You know, timing is like the key to everything. So maybe parents wasn't ready to have me back because I was a different kind of kid. My brother, he didn't care. My brother, he like, oh yeah, well, we gonna go where we can get kicked out. Like, my brother was trying to get kicked out. He was like about 11, 12.
How many years older than you he is?
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Everybody in my family 2.5.
So how many siblings all together?
Just me and him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's my mother is 2.5 years younger than my uncle, and it's only two of them.
Yeah.
I'm 2.5 years younger than my brother, and then it's two of us, and then my niece is 2.5 years younger than my son. It's two of them. Yeah, so two everything. You know, we was like Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Because you seen Everybody Hates Chris,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like I was the little brother that was bigger than the big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got different fathers, so it was different structure.
Yeah,
and
different
like
structure,
so he always was trying to, and he a little bully though.
Yeah.
So he always, went harder on me.
Yeah.
You know, so I ended up with that too,
Without a doubt. So what was the first time that you can remember you did some crime?
First time I did crime, I'm not gonna count the stealing the car emblems and all that in Long Beach. That's like 9 years old though. But yeah, I give you that one. I give you that one. So yeah, so I don't know if you remember old school Long Beach. Excuse my ring on the table. I don't know if you remember old school Long Beach. Like around 7th, and we stayed on 7th and Rose.
Okay.
So at that time, before the apartments got put there, it was houses, and it was like, excuse me, Long Beach people, I know y'all don't like when people say the history, but this the history.
Yeah.
It was like old white people and gay people.
Yeah.
All of it. And then like a mix of all kinds of people, and my mom stay around that.
Yeah.
So when we get kicked out in that area, like, we from Compton. My brother immediately get to the area and find who over there messing up.
Yeah.
Now, he done started him a gang. So whatever gang is over there now, my brother probably started that gang, right?
Yeah.
So they just, like about 7, 8 little boys, they run around the city and steal out the stores, break windows, take car batteries. They just do crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He loved movies that do crime. So I ended up in that crew when I helped him and got kicked out myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm in that crew, and our crime was like to make money. We used to go out at night and all by the beach, off of Cherry and all of that, off by One Apparel.
Yeah.
We'd go off by all over there and snip the car emblems off the cars, like the Cadillacs, the Chryslers was cool. They had and then we had like a little club, so we made a game out of like collecting them. But then in the end, we go sell them back to the car repair places, because then the people come to get them put back on and they buy one from them. So we had a little hustle like that.
Yeah.
It was to eat, so I that's why I hesitated on saying it was a crime, because some stuff at a certain age is excusable. I think.
Yeah. Well, it's all a build up.
Yeah.
It's all a build up to crimes we continue to commit, because you start off small. You know what I mean? I could do that. Well, let me do something bigger than that. So that's like the beginning of you know what I mean.
And I think with me, I think it ended up being like, especially with the coaching from the side from my big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it ended up being well, if in case you have to survive, this is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how you're going to do it. I mean, there's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
But then, that doesn't translate into, like you say, it's different. It doesn't translate into an adult, that has a choice, because I can get a job at a certain point. I could go out and get an ID at a certain point.
Yeah.
A lot of times I was stuck in a situation just because I'm in the street by myself. I can't go out and get no ID. Can't get no job because I don't even got a birth certificate. My mom's ain't talking to me.
Yeah.
So it's like in certain situations, I feel like there was more of a push to call it survival.
Without a doubt. Because of the family dynamics, it was so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just come out and you got to start swinging, and then you figure out, it's not even a fight. All right, hold up.
Without a doubt.
So
how old was you when you first got arrested?
First got arrested? Man, shout out to Lil Tookie, man. I ain't saying he got me arrested or nothing, but Lil Tookie pumped me up. I was 14, about to turn 15. I was in a group home on 48th and Normandy called Fred's Group Home.
Okay.
I used to walk from there to John Muir Junior High every day.
Yeah.
All right, so my thing, I'm a group home kid. I always say that. I'm forever a group home kid.
Yeah.
I know the politics.
Yeah.
So I always had a cool space, even up into prison, but I always had a cool space where you could come and hang out. I'm doing tattoos. I got a stereo. I'm the only one with tapes and a stereo, and I probably don't got a roommate. I might got a secret back door. I always come up on the flyest little spot. So I'm sitting, on the flyest little spot upstairs. I got my stereo. I got a Too Short tape that I had. So I go on a home pass, and Lil Tookie was there with me. He was the homie it was me, him, and a dude named Harv. But I go on a home pass, and when I come back, like I left my stereo because I was going to come back early. Let nobody know I'm going to come back a day early, so I ain't got to take my whole stereo. But I put it on pause on, there you go behind you. I put it on pause on the song Blowjob Betty, right?
Yeah.
Right on the spot where I knew, right where she finna choke and die, right? And I put that on pause, right? So I knew if anybody came in here messing with my stereo,
would know.
Yeah, because it's right where she finna choke. You don't know I did that. I push out, I come back Saturday night instead of Sunday. No, it's not even the night, it's the afternoon. My grandmother dropped me off early. She pull up in front of the place, walk me in. As soon as she walk in the door, Lil Tookie run down the stairs, little buff ass dude. Hey, if you ever see Lil Tookie, he got some old ass tattoos. I did some tattoos in my room with a needle and just no gun. But
the needle days.
Yeah, the needle days with the thrifty. The Clarks. With the Clarks, got some Indian ink. So he ran down. Hey, cuz you ain't gonna believe this. What? Man, this nigga got your stereo in his room. I heard some music bumping when I rolled up, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Somebody else got a radio, so they don't got to use mine all the time. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, man, they really bumping. I'm like, they got it going on, right? Now, mind you, I'm finna tell a short story, just because why it was this serious to me. Mind you, I have been, and this is why I train group home staff at this point. I have been in 2 different group homes that got shut down for being corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen all the wrongest stuff you can be at a group home. I done seen it. From kids getting beat down to kids having relationships with staff members. I done seen all of this. This was when I first went from a foster home to a group home system. Man, that's a cold story. Only reason I even went to a group home system was because my uncle didn't want me at the house because I was getting, my grandfather had died, and it was getting, I came out the foster home. So they were going to send me to a foster home, back to a foster home. I got a social worker. I don't got no PO. I never been locked up. And they just said they couldn't find an open spot at a foster home, so they had a group home lined up for me, and then put me in a group home. Everybody in here been to YA. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Pomona. Everybody worked there, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flynn and Milton and Mountain, the twins. I think MC might be rest in peace. But like all the staff there was from Trey 57. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just put me, this 87, 88. You just throw me, I'm running in there. When they tell me I'm going to the foster, I'm into the group home. I say, okay. They say, oh yeah, well, we're gonna come get you for this interview, and then we're gonna take you. You're gonna like it. Okay, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting at the door. As soon as they left, boop, pack my stuff. I'm out of here. I'm in the hood for like maybe 4 or 5 months. They don't know where I'm at. I'm running around the hood. I know how to survive the street. So this 87 is me.
The game is out.
I'm not no gang banger. I understand the streets. I'm a quiet dude, so I understand where everything at. I done been to you. If you got a swimming pool and some girls in your neighborhood, oh man, I know I'll be over there. You know, who is that? Oh, that's little dude. He just on his bike. So I crept around the city, and then when they finally caught up with me, then they throw me in. They take me to the interview. Now look, I try to sabotage the interview. I forgot what we were really talking about, but this is a good story. You said go back. I try to sabotage the interview. 87. I'm 12. I just turned 13.
Yeah.
Soon they said, all right, they called me. They said, as soon as Christmas is up, you got to go. We're going to let you stay home until Christmas, but then you got to go. All right, cool. Mom's called me at the Carson Mall walking around. But I get to all right, so they take me there for an interview. I made sure I got me a fresh S curl. Because I know my grandmother, they ain't even let me have that kind of shit. But I'm like, well, y'all don't want me, then I'm getting the S curl. You said when I move out, I can do what I want. So I get the S curl. I got the bag on my head. I got a long-ass fake gold cross earring hanging. I got the Pendleton buttoned up to the top, the brown Pendleton.
Choking you to death.
Man, with the Dickie overalls, with the bib hanging. I got the Crip boots on. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking mad. I got the hat flipped up. I'm sitting in the passenger seat with my social worker. She pull up it's right in Centown, right in the corner on Farrington. Right when she pull up in there, she say, you think you might want to take off some of that stuff? Because, you look presentable. Maybe. I'm like, no, I'm cool like this. She's like, oh, well, all right. Man, I walk up in here. I'm like, man, they ain't going to take me. They going to be like, man, this kid is.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. Man, as soon as I push up in there, it's like two dudes sitting on the couch look just like me. And they looking like, what's up? Like, what's up, homie? Like, I'm like, oh, shit. I kind of loosen up a little bit, right? I go to
tone it down.
I go to the office, and these dudes like on YA muscles. You remember 80-something YA muscles was like grown, like little baby grown men muscles, right? So I walk into the office, and the first thing the lady say, she look at me, she say, oh, you gonna fit right in here? I said, oh, man, okay.
The whole plan backfired on you.
But then I kind of liked, because they was like, the lady was fine, though. It was like the owner's daughter. She was about 19. She was light-skinned. She was fine, man. I was like, yeah, I might do like it here. You right. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up there. But like I say, it was a lot of drama right there because it was right in the middle of the Trey 5-7 hood. Everybody, like, at that time, if you knew me, like, I got a perm, I got, I'm always fashioned up.
Wow.
I might not be, like, banging, but it's like, I'm from somewhere.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so
you was there when you caught the first crime?
Nah, I was in the first crime. All right, so when Lil Tookie ran down the steps, all you gotta do is bring me back. I'll be smoking. When Lil Tookie ran down the steps, oh yeah. So I got the stereo from getting advances when I was at another group home in Anaheim, getting advances and getting money and working off the money and all that, buying stuff from yard sales and putting together a cool stereo.
Yeah. So
I love my stereo.
Yeah.
And so Lil Tookie run down the stairs. Man, cuz you ain't gonna believe this. This upstairs is bumping your shit like it's his. I said, what? I'm like, man, you gotta be kidding, right? I'm like, man, and mind you, I don't fight. Yeah. I'm not no fighter. I don't fight nobody. I'm kick back, man. I do be fighting, but I mean, it ain't like that. Yeah. Like I ain't starting nothing. Man, my grandmother signed me in. I'm just thinking like this is a joke or something. They playing a joke. Yeah, nobody would do that. Nobody would do that. Yeah. And then too, all you got to do is ask me anyway. Yeah. I'm like, nah. So I walk up the stairs, and it's his roommate, a dude from Pacoima, man, light-skinned dude, like real kind of like half Mexican, half black dude. And like we all was brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in a group home, you all be brothers. Even if you fight a dude or whatever, no matter where. That's why you end up in the pen. You know these dudes already because you grew up with them as brothers. But like for him to violate, like, so I walk to the room and I look in the room and the dude is in the back corner on his bunk and he got my stereo like aimed right at, like a speaker is in his face, and he got it on 10, like he don't care about this speaker. It ain't his. He don't care if that bust. He don't, what is that? So he just like and enjoying it, man, so much. And that's the first, when they say that you could black out. Yeah. Man, I was like, cause I remember flashing the light trying to say something to him. And I couldn't say nothing, and I wasn't breathing. Yeah. And the dude turned around, he was like, oh, hey, man. And he just was walking up like happy, like, oh, yeah, I was about to ask you, could I? And man, I remember like just where I felt the rage.
Yeah. Violated.
Yeah, and then it just was. Then I kind of I snapped back. They had me.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the steps now. Like
Yeah.
if we was on the top of the stairs in this room.
Yeah.
I'm on the steps, like kicking the dude down the stairs, man. Like seriously blacked
Lost
out.
it.
No drugs, no alcohol. Like I used to drink and all that, but this ain't like that was occasional.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, like you did school, go get some Cisco, and you know what I'm saying? Like I do that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a drinker. I wasn't on no drugs. I never been.
Yeah.
It just was literally what's that word when you feel like somebody violated your loyalty or a respect code? It's like, man. So yeah, I snapped. Yeah, just I snapped, man, and apparently, like I bashed this guy bad. Like I never knew I could fight. I never knew I could fight because I didn't have no fight. Oh, I'm the dude that you always see me in the hood. Oh man, why your brother always beating you up and all? I'm like, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? But this is like
Something new in you.
Yeah, so the owner came and they was like, they called the police and I was like, he was like, man, I gotta send you his name was Fred. He was like, hey, look, man. Cause we was cool. I was trying to actually get sent to the house in Compton, but it was in Cedar Block and they didn't want to put me there. But he was like, look, man, I gotta send you to the hall. I'm like, whoa, now you never been to the hall before. I never been to McLaren Hall before, let alone Juvenile Hall. Yeah. And you talking about I'm finna go from 77 to the hall. It's like that's a whole lifestyle change that I got a social worker. I'm like, can you call my social worker? Like I'm a kid. Yeah, I'm still a kid. Yeah. They done seen everything. I've been in the street, but I've been coddled in the street. Like people bring me in and protect me in my hood. Yeah. They don't let me go be outward. Yeah. So yeah, here was different. Fred was like, I was like, hey man, but it's just a fight. We all have fights. We be having fights all the time. He was like, this is not a fight. He said, did you see the ambulance was coming to get the brother, man? He said, did you see that boy? He said, that boy got parents, man. We got to explain this to his mother. So we're going to have to take you down to the jail.
Somebody got to be responsible.
Yeah. So they take me down to 77, cuff me to the bench. Yeah. I see everybody coming in and out at night. They ain't asking me nothing. They just talking to the staff members and I'm waiting to get sent. So they send me. I didn't leave from Compton, but I ended up going, instead of getting booked in Central, they booked me in LP first. Okay. So I went to LP. This was, I'm 14, probably around, what's that, January, February, March, April, May, June, maybe around June, around summertime. Yeah. Just left the finest girl at the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I be coming up on. I be thinking, oh, man, I'm a weirdo, man. Why they like me? But I got the finest, smartest girl at the school. Yeah. Came up. Yeah. Cool. Moms like me, everything. Yeah. Poof, gone. They take me to LP. The first thing is get naked.
Ain't that called?
Get naked.
Degrading.
Get naked. I was kind of at a point, though, where I didn't care because I had been through so much other things before that. Yeah. Excuse me if I cough. I used to didn't have a tooth, so it'd be hard for me to drink. Remember when I didn't have a tooth? Yeah. So, then, like, and once again, man, not crapping on moms and all that, but I can't tell the story right if I don't say what happened.
Life happened the way it happened, man.
Yeah, man. You know how they'll call your parents and shit when you first, excuse my language, they'll call your parents when you first go to juvenile hall the first time. And it don't matter what you go for, it's like they'll give you one shot to get out.
Get on home.
So mind you, I'm caught up in the system. This end up being like, shout out to Gumby too, but this end up being a shot like Gumby where something happened that might seem like a negative.
Turned out to be a positive.
Because it opened up, they had to open up for something else. So sometimes you got to remind me what I'm talking about.
You're going to jail.
All right, so look, they called moms and asked her, They say, hey, look, you gonna come get your son? You can come get him here. He got locked up for this. Whoa, 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 whoa. They got her on the speaker, on the intercom. They got me sitting in the office right by the cells. She say, nah, you can keep him. So that's when I turned. That's the second I turned. And accepted, number one, you're on your own. Like my brother said, you're going to be one day, so you're going to have to figure this out in the midst of criminals. Excuse the teary-eyedness. I talk about my brother. He taught me a lot of stuff.
That's a piece to bro, man.
Yeah. Number two, I got to embrace this, whatever this going to be.
Yeah.
Because I just heard stories.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up in here.
Yeah, yeah.
And it looked like excuse me, I got to write this down. It looked like a dungeon of no return.
Yeah.
When you first go.
Yeah.
It seemed like every door that opened clacks off and it's nothing back there, and then you figure out what's back there and it's kind of nothing too. And then it's another cage back there, and they opening these doors one by one, and you just sinking deeper in the level until you get to the cell. Now here you go. I'm finna tell you a quick story. My first time waking up. All right, so by the time you get processed, get naked, all that, then you get your bureau pants, your sweatshirt, your t-shirt, your bubble yum. Excuse me, I ain't dissing nobody. You can't in the hall. You can't say nothing.
Yeah, can't say nothing.
Yeah, man, you can't say nothing. Excuse me. Yeah, man, it's called senior citizens home, homie. Like, yeah. So I woke up. Because at night, I just went, you know what I'm saying, try to make a phone call. I think my cousin didn't answer. Went to bed in N&O.
N&O.
I was on the O side. I woke up, I'm like probably halfway down the hallway, and the doors be open already in the morning when you wake up. And I just hear NWA on the speakers in the hallway. And everybody start getting up and walking and going to the head, and they telling people they line up 5 at a time, go to the head, brush your teeth.
Tell people what the head is.
The head is the head is the restroom area. Military know that though.
Yeah.
The head is the restroom area, and it'll be about 5. It'll be 5 toilets. Some tanks got bigger, some got like 2, but most got 5 toilets, 5 showers, 5 sinks, 5 mirrors. So you get 5 at a time could go in there unless it's like at nighttime showers. Then 5 would be in the shower, 5 on the toilet, 5 on the sinks. You know what I'm saying? And they rotate you out. So it was like it was organized enough. You know, I got an engineer's brain, so it was organized enough to where I could fall in line without being asked no questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and then the NWA, which was what I was on. I'm a music. I'm like my mom's. I always had all the music.
Yeah.
So I'm NWA, that made me comfortable. Then I find out the lady that worked there, I forgot her name, Mama something, she from Compton or Watts. And then I start figuring out, damn, all the staff at LP is from Compton or Watts or Long Beach or some Samoans from Long Beach or something. Yeah. So I was like, all right, and they treat you, back then, they treated you like a nephew or a niece if you're a female in there. They treat you like you messed up and you got sent to your auntie house. Yeah. So it was. I'll tell you this: you ain't gonna poop for the first 2 weeks.
You gonna try not to?
You ain't even gonna think about it, man. I
went right in, shit.
No, you see, you was born for this shit. I wasn't born for this shit. Yeah, man, I didn't even think about shitting for 2 weeks, man, and I was eating.
Yeah.
You know, I was eating, sleeping awkward ass hours. You know, first time I got on the phone, man, you know, I ain't never no tough guy. First time I got on the phone, I was talking to my cousin, and they was telling me that they had a miscarriage. And it was my cousin that was like in that area over there in where I was staying at the group home. Yeah. So, you know, you move to a new area, you got a cousin stay over
right there all the time.
Yeah, so I'm like, they gave me a haircut, talked me into changing my dress code, you know. And, so I was kind of that plus I was in the hall, I started crying. And I remember, I think some dude said something about it or something.
Yeah.
Like walked out or looked at me
Yeah.
weird or said
Because that
something.
was a sign of weakness.
Yeah, man. And I just was like, I really, but in the type of person I was going to play the game, but my head was like, man, fuck this dude.
Yeah.
I cry if I want to cry, nigga.
Yeah.
And now I feel like, oh, this the attitude I got to have around here because these niggas is all like my brother and his homeboys. You know, they want to do the bad shit. They want you to feel bad about it.
Without a doubt.
You know, so I'm like, I know how to deal with this. So, I mean, automatically, as soon as I said I was from Compton, boom. All right, you from where? All right, there go the homie. All right, okay. So, all that getting tested, I never had to deal with none of that.
Yeah. So how long did you wind up doing for that?
I ended up having to be in there for about maybe about 4 or 5 months, man.
Damn.
But
the first time?
Yeah, and that was
God damn,
and
that was like an eternity.
Oh man, and I got sent on the mission though. So I took the world tour. I took the tour of all the LA juvenile halls because when you get sent for medical and you get sent to Central, you might end up just stuck in Central. So I go from N and O over here to N and O over there.
And you thought LP was rough, and then you go to Central and you be like, oh,
You think Central rough? What you know about they accidentally? I'm on the girl side kicking it. Chilling, not doing nothing.
Easy.
They asked, man, they come and pick me up early in the morning, man, about 5 in the morning. They got a line of crazy looking YA dudes lined up out the door. They picked me up, put me in the line because my name on the list. They got another juvenile hall in the back of that called Lathrop Hall.
Lathrop Hall. Yeah, I did Lathrop Hall.
Man, that's for all YA kids.
I did
Look,
Lathrop
they
Hall.
opened the doors, man. It looked like boot camp. It wasn't even, the sun wasn't even up. They was working out back there
That's
in they
what they
boxers, homie. And they had me scared to death. And I did not ask a question because they said, when you come out, you got to do this.
It's like the Army. They ain't playing either.
You got to say, permission to get off my bunk, sir.
Yes, sir.
Permission to walk to the door, sir. Permission to step in the hallway, sir. Permission to ask you a question. I was in there for 2 days spooked until I finally said all that and got to the hallway and said, permission to ask you a question, sir? He said, permission granted. I said, okay, look, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. He said, why, what's your name? I said, I'm not going to YA or none of that. I'm waiting to go home. He said, what's your name? I told him my name. He said, oh, man, come on. Why you ain't been said nothing?
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
I'm scared to
y'all
talk.
see y'all, man, y'all had me scared to death. So they kind of, I think that's when they gave me a reward, put me back on the girl side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think they had a couple of co-eds or something to make me, and then I ended up moving to San Diego.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's take it up to what winded you in prison.
Long story short, without getting into a lot of stuff,
Without getting
I
into a
could
lot of
tell
stuff.
you that what led me to being in the prison was my brother had just got killed.
Sorry to hear that again.
I know you guys say unalive.
About what year
but
was
then
this? Nah, you ain't gonna say.
Yeah, that's
They ain't paying us yet.
Yeah, damn. That was 94,
Okay.
and my brother got killed by a white dude in San Diego, which was I even had homeboys. I've overheard homies say, excuse me, like, damn, how he survived Compton
Yeah. And
and
killed
then
in San
go to
Diego.
get killed in Mira Mesa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that happened. I moved back to because I was back and forth from San Diego to Compton. From 15 on. I turned 15 in juvenile hall, got out. My mom's had to move out. They considered me for that one fight. They considered me a menace to society. Told me I had to get out of the county or else go to YA.
Wow.
Moms, that's why I stayed in juvenile hall that long, waited for moms to get a job transfer and get an apartment in San Diego. They released me to her. Went out there. Brother got killed. I came back, and that's in, like I say, from 89 and 94. I came back, and it was a lot. It was like, okay, the homies know you rap. The homies been knowing you rap. You've been giving homies little tapes and stuff from group homes. Homies got your tapes floating all around. They proud of you. They like, yeah, Lil Dame, he be rapping, right? Yeah, they call me Lil Dame or Baby Hulk, really, if you really from my block. But yeah, Lil Dame be rapping. But now they tripping off the San Diego stuff I'm doing, because I'm learning a whole different. So I'm DJing, throwing big parties in San Diego on Streamview. If you from San Diego, you know those.
Yeah.
From the 93, all that, the parties on Streamview, that was me, Slim Dog, JoJo, rest in peace. But we was throwing parties back there, J.O. Felony and them, like that's when, before he had the deal, he was still Bullet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was just throwing shindigs, you know? And so I was learning from the underground family, different rappers that I was hanging around with, and I came back with a different style. So when I used to just have a gang storytelling style that got me through juvenile hall, you know what I'm saying? Now I got like a more underground type of maybe mix, like a, you know, East San Diego's full of everybody.
Yeah.
So I was in East San Diego, and so I came back with a new style that people was like, hey, y'all need to put the homie on.
Yeah.
So they hooked me up with a couple of labels, with Groove A Lot Records, which was the homie Lil Terry, rest in peace. That was his label. But then the other one was Torture Chamber Records, which is my homeboy that grew up with my mother, Tony Soup Holmes. Okay. So if you know Torture Chamber, it's like Lighter Shade of Brown Sunday Afternoon.
Okay, yeah, I remember that song.
That's Soup.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, that's in the garage on my block, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff got made in the garage on my block on 137th on the dead end at the canal. So that got made right there. Ice Cube Wicked got made right there. A lot of stuff got made there. So they took me down there. I ain't even know it been here. It's like a secret, like Shangri-La Palace to me. From it's a studio on my block. Where? They ain't even tell me where they were taking me. The homie was just like, "Hey, come on, man. I think you ready." They had me like do a few things, couple of shows. I'm on Netflix on something. They slandered me though. But yeah, I'm on Netflix looking like I got booed at The Good Life, and I didn't. But so they thought I'm ready. So they put me on. Soup taught me everything. But now comes the pressure, which is getting to the answer of the question. What got me in there? The pressure of like I got called to a meeting. Rest in peace to my homie Big Red's funeral just was like last week. And then the homie Steve, Big Stevie, and Tony, it was like a few of my, you know, I'm a young homie that always hung with older homies. I'm the youngest nigga on my block. So they called me in a meeting, man, and kind of put the weight on me like, hey, look, are you rapping or are you gangbanging? Yeah. Because I'm drinking. I'm kind of mad at this thing with my brother. This dude's still just not barely starting to go to court right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, should I get locked up and go kill him? You know what I'm saying? So I'm on some other thing, which that was another part of life that I embraced, was actually being that person. Yeah. You know, so this is where I take that accountability, because like I said, it came a time when I switched. I switched and said, it's a go. You know, like everybody else gonna get over by being devious. Yeah. So at least I need to understand it and know how to get down and be willing to get in there. So my thoughts are otherwise. And on this drinking tip that I had before, people know me, I had stopped drinking from 15 to like 18, man. I used to go to AA, all that on my own, homeless, you know what I'm saying? Living in a shelter. Yeah. Became a role model, was all on the news in San Diego, started programs for kids in San Diego. Like, my name is on a lot of stuff, man, positive stuff. But when I decided to go bad, I was in competition with O-Dog, and he was made up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. But it's like, so them putting that pressure of asking me like, hey, look, are you banging or are you rapping? I'm rapping. Okay, well, you can't do both, because one gonna cancel out the other one. Yeah. This is big homies. This is niggas your size. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'm 160 pounds, Snoop Dogg skinny, 19 years old. Thinking like, man, y'all better watch out. Nah, we don't say nothing to you all the time, but we right here monitoring you. Yeah. You gonna do one or so. You pick music, you doing music. We don't want to see you doing nothing else. Yeah. If we catch you doing something else, that's your, and that's a real homie. Yeah. If we catch you doing I catch you shooting dice, I catch you doing anything. Yeah. I'm like, man, but man, so and so, man, he got 2 cars, man. Yeah. How he got 2 cars? I ain't got no car. Yeah. They like, shut up. Like, that's how my homie used to talk. Shut up, young punk.
Yeah.
Listen to me, young punk.
Yeah.
So, look, they said, I remember the homie showed me so much money. And he said, look, the little stuff you looking for, you ain't looking for nothing but some cigarettes and something to drink and a ticket to go back and forth to San Diego to fuck with your little bras. He said, you come get that from me whenever you want that. He said, you see that? Man, that ain't nothing what you want. He said, but all this stuff you talking about, low riders and this, that, he said, man, all you got to do is have some patience and do this thing that you trying to do, and the shit you gonna have gonna kill everybody's shit on the streets. He said, but your responsibility is to make that come true, because your job is to get jobs for homies. Your job is to take homies around the world to see shit that they weren't gonna never see. That's your responsibility. So now, AA didn't come to my mind.
Yeah.
It should have.
Yeah.
Some kind of program to say, oh, hold up, man. I'm being responsible for other niggas' souls, man, and I'm out here flipping out.
Yeah.
I'm out here, man, walking through the hood drunk, weeded out. I don't smoke Sherman, and when I'm drunk, weeded out, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm barely back in the hood. I'm on streets where dudes from certain blocks don't go to these other blocks. If you know, my neighborhood's real big, got different sides. So I'm on everybody's block, man. I'm everybody's homie. So I'm just really kind of waiting to be used. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to be utilized for something that might be important, you know what I'm saying, to the community that I live in, but might be like, might put me behind bars, or might put me in a wheelchair or in a grave. So yeah, I spent out of control with all that, thinking about all that. I think a lot.
A lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, and it kind of was just like, all right, so now I learn how to manage. I'm learning how to manage. I'm managing. I got my own group. I'm managing my group. That's a whole lot of people and so at a certain point, at a 19-year-old drinking, not even wise, it could be like, all right, well, look, I'm either gonna do this 100% or I'm gonna blow this 100%.
Yeah, either one of the two.
But I ain't gonna
half-ass.
I ain't gonna get looked at failing. I'm either gonna sabotage it. This the self-sabotager. I'm either gonna sabotage it or I'm gonna win. But if I look like I ain't gonna win, whatever point I get scared, that's when they say when you make it is when the people that made it, the people that never gave up. It's like they never said, well, if it looked like this, then I'm bailing out.
Yeah.
It looked like this, I kind of bailed out. I bailed out, man. I took the hard route. I was like, well, I don't care about nothing at all. And I purposely threw it all out the window. Record deal on the table with Delicious Vinyl.
Yeah.
All they told me was stay out of trouble until after the Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
I get locked up New Year's Eve. I get locked up right at New Year's when they shooting guns in the air.
What'd you get locked up for?
I get locked up for defending myself from a drunk dude. I'm walking down the street in San Diego. A drunk dude was sitting on the bus stop, man. Big old Mexican dude. Not that his race mattered, but just to paint the picture that he taller than me. Big dude, tattoos, all that on him. He's sitting there with a bottle in his hand in a paper bag, and I walked by with some bottles going somewhere, and he jumped up and grabbed me. Hey, mother, you killed my wife.
Wow.
I say, oh, hold up. Now, mind you, not that it's funny, but just
I get it. Just
I mean, but
craziness of it,
that I'm on the run for murder.
Oh, my God.
I just been on the run for maybe 2 days.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm on the run for 2 days. It's like maybe God snatching me off the streets by way of this dude. I mean, I hope things, everything has a purpose.
Everything happened for a reason.
The man snatched me up. And remember, I was Snoop Dogg skinny, man. My arm, you could put your hand around it, man. And he was like, hey, you killed my wife. And I looked at him. Now, mind you, I'm skinny, but I always had a reputation for hands.
Yeah.
I turned around, like in one little whoop, sat him back down. Hey, look, and I'm looking at him and I see his eyes, he kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
I say, look, you going crazy right now, bro. And I rub his chest.
Yeah.
Hey, man, relax.
Yeah.
Relax, homie. Look, I'm finna walk away. You good? Yeah. All right, cool. I turn around, I walk away. He grabbed me again. He jump up. Hey, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. All right. Boom, sit you down a little harder now. Okay, look, let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You gonna do that again, and I'm gonna fuck you up, and I'm gonna hurt you bad. So relax. I don't wanna hurt you. You going through some shit. Let me tell you, I don't need this right now. You understand? Yeah. All right, man, don't have me do this again, man. You good? Yeah. Bam, I turn back around. My instinct told me not to turn back around. My instinct told me, duck to the left. I went like this, man, and a bottle hit me from the side of the head. Man, the bag went flipping, and then the bottle skinned me and went up there and busted. Bing! And I dropped my bottles. Now, mind you, I got a half a gallon of E&J. I'm on my way to my ex house to some New Year's party, whatever mom's doing.
You on the devil's floor.
Yeah. I'm on the run for a murder. Man, I'm asking niggas where they from in the street.
Yeah.
Man, I smoked some weed and got so paranoid I was never going to ever smoke no weed again in my life. I thought I was butt naked and the police was kicking in the door with a helicopter. I was like, oh, shit. These niggas out there. I was like, oh, I was shaking. But anyway, man, the dude, yeah. That bottle, man, went that way. So I had the half a gallon of N.J., 2 bottles of Boone Farm, and a bottle of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So, man, the bottles, my bag went all in the street. I turn around. The dude standing there like with his hands but his legs is wide open and he like, come on. And I'm like, man, you know what? And I just walked up to him and I just kicked him square in his nuts and just started dogging his ass out. And God bless the brother, man, because he was going through some shit.
Yeah.
And I was in the wrong just for being free. You feel me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but man, I felt like, this is what you get. You fucked around, and here's how you gonna find out.
And here's this aggression that you had built up in you.
Man. And I dogged this dude all the way, maxed him out in the street. He was out, and I saw, look, I was tripping. It was, and this is like America. This is America right here. Like if this was a movie scene, this part would be kind of in slow motion with like some flags in the back with fireworks. But it'd be like a black dude was walking around the corner. This by if you know where the Death Trap, if you're from East San Diego, you know what I'm talking about. The Death Trap, we had the Death Trap. This dude walking around on his way to Euclid. It's Euclid in University. See, liquor stores, the Death Trap, don't go there. With his daughter, black dude, young black dude, his daughter probably about 2. He was like, yeah, because he seen me beating the dude up. And he was like, yeah, that's right. Get him, brother.
And dude
that's
he
right.
was Mexican, that kind of that just hyped you up.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. I was tripping off. He was hyped up.
Yeah.
He was telling his daughter, he was like, yeah, look at that. Like, to me, the vision of that is like, he like, look what this, like the black man don't always lose.
Yeah.
So anyway, fast forward to, I maxed him out. He was stuck on my coat. I had a trench coat starter on. He was stuck on my coat, but he was knocked out. And his grip, I couldn't get him off my coat. Yeah. And I'm trying to get up out of here.
Yeah.
So I went and drugged him back and picked up the bottle, the E&J bottle. But then when I pulled back, this is where I get the time at. Where I pulled back, he let go. And he was kind of just on his hands and knees out. And I could have just walked away right then. But I was like, nah, this is what you get. Bam. And I kind of like threw it in at his head. It didn't even have and this is kind of graphic, but it didn't even have a like sound.
Yeah.
It had like it sunk in. And then I just saw, he just started leaking, man. I got up out of there. I know it's kind of graphic, but man,
it's life.
Yeah, and I be liking people to know that these type of things happen regularly.
No, you gotta let them know.
Yeah, I used to be a person that, I mean, if you go to my board transcripts, and when I told them everything, I was 15. I used to live off of. I wouldn't steal, but I have a dude with me that do steal, and we'd catch you on them one ways in San Diego, and if you're the wrong color, the wrong time of night, I'm gonna creep up on you and knock you out, kick you in the head, all that, let somebody take your money. So I have been a sick individual.
Yeah.
So I understand that there's other sick people out there. So I be wanting people to know.
Without a doubt.
Like, that's I kind of almost got in trouble a few times for getting that little homies in the pen, a little too hardcore, and they didn't understand.
Yeah.
And homies had to tell them, like, and had to tell me too, like, hey, you got to know, man, everybody don't look at things and it's saying everybody ain't been through what you've been through, so everybody don't look at things so
you see him.
Yeah, so you might be scaring the homie, and you think he's just gonna accept it as information, and he thinking like you trying to intimidate him with these stories.
So what happened at the? So what happened? You beat the dude up, and
Yeah, the police came.
while you were still right there.
Nah, I walked off, man. I walked
Okay.
off. I tell you, I didn't feel like I did nothing wrong, brother.
Yeah.
I picked up my bottles. I
Yeah.
put them back in my bag. I walked up University. This on New Year's Eve at around midnight. I'm walking up University. I see the police drive by me. The ambulance. I'm like, I ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
This is my thinking. I ain't do nothing. So I walked maybe about 12 blocks to where I was going. Turned the corner, and it's a church on the corner, and an old black lady ran out. I mean, not ran out. She walked out the door, like right when I was walking past, and she said, "God bless you, son."
Yeah.
And I turned around. I said, "God bless you too, ma'am." And as soon as I said that, it was a Suzuki Sidekick drove up with a white dude in it. And I'm telling you, everybody racist like I'm a racist. I'm a racist, man. Look, the white dude, man, he told on me. Look, but the white dude was in the Suzuki Sidekick, and he said, "That's him. There he goes, right there." And the police was right behind him, right? So the police pull up. They don't even. I don't even know how this dude did this maneuver. I'm going to the curb. He pull up. Jump out. No. He pull out, jump out. The first one, pull out, jump out. Let me see your hands. I know San Diego. I've been in San Diego since 1989.
Yeah.
San Diego gonna shoot you. They gonna say, "Oh, we seen a a pistol."
Yeah.
And it'd be a Coca-Cola bottle.
Done.
Yeah, they got that. So I'm like, boop, I throw my shit on the ground and start walking to the car. No, stop right there. Don't move. Look, I'm going to this car. I got my hands on this. No, don't move, man. Look, I hear you later. I put my hands on the car. He come up, put his gun up, put his arm all the way around my waist, bro. I'm like this on the car. He put his arms all the way around my waist. The maneuver dude, the stunt driver. Other dude pull up. The car is still skirting to a halt.
Yeah.
He out already.
Yeah.
He the driver. I'm like, how he do that? He already shaking his pepper spray. It looked like some shit off the Sin City movie. This nigga coming in slow motion.
Yeah.
He already shaking the pepper spray and aiming it at my face.
Yeah.
Is he resisting? Yeah. The dude got my whole ass in the sling. Yeah, I'm like this. He say, is he resisting? He put the can right here. I go, oh shit. Yes, he's resisting. Boom, they slammed me from here to that wall over there, man. I was in the air that whole time, bro. They picked me up and yanked me out, juvenile hall tweaked me.
Yeah.
And bam, and dipped me. And now they going hamburgers on me, bro. They are like on some tunnel vision beating.
Yeah.
Rodney King level. And I done been through it before, man, through children's psychological wards, getting jumped by the staff. I done been through it. Police hog tying me in Mira Mesa and kicking me and dragging me around the floor. Man, these dudes, they was on my ass. He busted my head in the back with something. And the lady was standing right. Remember, the lady just walked out the church.
Yeah.
They ain't paying attention.
No attention to her.
The lady say, "What are you doing to that boy?"
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, who?
Everybody wake up now.
One of them, they had it like they looked at each other real quick. One of them walked over to the lady, and the other one got in my ear because they on my back. You know what I'm saying? And other one got in my ear and was like, "Hey, look, just relax, man. It's all over, man. Just relax. You just get up. I'm gonna take you to the car, man. It's over, all right?" I'm like, "All right." So then as soon as they get me up, the other dude's like, oh, ma'am. She like, no, I seen it. He didn't do nothing. That boy didn't do a thing. And I'm like, oh, my God, ma'am, they killing me. I can't see. I can't walk. They like, hey, man, cut that shit out, right? They stuff me in the back of the car, right? And the lady like, I want to talk to somebody. And they like at the back of the car like, look, man, kick back. I'm like, ma'am, they killing me in here. They like, hey, look. The dude say, check us out. He say, he say, what happened?
Yeah.
I tell him what happened. Yeah. All right, look, you gonna listen? You know, I know how to talk to the police and how to not talk to the police. Yeah. Okay, you gonna listen? All right, I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. Look, the dude was drunk. He got out of line. He grabbed me and something. He hit me with a bottle. I maxed him out. We even. He say, okay, look, if everything happened the way you said it happened, then we just gonna write a report and let you go.
Yeah.
Cool. He said, we're going to take you back to the scene. And we got witnesses over there. If they say what happened, I'm thinking, who's the witness? The black bro with the kid? Yeah. Like, yeah, let's go. I take that deal.
Yeah, he cheered me up.
Yeah, I take that deal. Yeah. So we go, I quit acting the fool. Yeah. Hey, man, we good. We going over to the scene. Yeah. So we get over there, man, and it's a bunch of ambulances and all kinds of stuff. It's a donut shop right there. This right on the corner, like I say, a University and Euclid. Yeah. And it was a Payless and a donut shop right there in East San Diego. This like the depth of the hood. Every LA nigga that's in San Diego is in East San Diego. Yeah. So they talking to the donut shop owner. I'm like, what is he saying? He was way around the little corner. Yeah. So then they come back to the car, all kinds of police and all kinds of stuff all over. I'm in the back of the car. They come to the back of the car. Hey, yeah, so the owner said exactly what you said. They said, actually, the owner and the witnesses say that this guy had been out there harassing people all day and had put his hands on some people. And really, they wanted to thank you for being the person that finally stood up and did something because they had called the police or something. Yeah. So, and they were like, they couldn't do nothing because he didn't do nothing to nobody. Yeah. So now he did something to somebody. Yeah. So now I'm like, oh, okay. So they like, oh, yeah, man, we're going to write a report and we're going to let you go. I'm like, cool. So then this take another small story. Right then, a sergeant or a lieutenant or something walked up right when he said, we're going to write a report and let you go. He said, who do we got in the back of the car? As soon as he dipped his head in, he said, oh, we got Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore is going to jail today. I was like, just this bitch. This dude was a dude that I had talked shit to 2 years before that. Yeah. He was a trainee. And he was saying he was going to take me to jail for doing this, wearing blue and hanging with a gang member. And he's like, I'm like, man, I'm not on no. So he like, oh, we already got your partner now. We're going to take you too. You on probation? Yeah, I'm on probation. Oh, we're going to take you to jail. No, you're not. Why are we not? Because I'm not on no gang probation. Fool, I'm on summary probation. I ain't even got a probation officer. I start cussing him, cuz if you don't get up out of my face, cuz, check this out. Look. So now he was riding with like a lieutenant or something, and then he trying to go back and forth with me. Well, I'll get you for this. The lieutenant like, hey, relax. Yeah. He what was that fool? He Pac-Man in this nigga, right? Yeah. Hey, relax. So and this was like fucking 93, some shit like that, 92. He was like, he said,
so now he got you.
Yeah, he said, hey, don't worry about that, man. It just was. I said, hey, yeah, we'll get my money out of dude's pocket in the back seat because dude was slanging for me. Yeah. He said, you got some money on him? Yeah. He had like $300. He's like, where'd you get that? The dude was like, hey, don't ask him all that. So then when I walked off, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, cuz? I'll holler at you later, cuz. And he said, you know what? He said, I'm going to get you one day for something. And I said, whatever, cuz. And then I walked off. He had harassed me. He had got my best friend that I stayed with, like my brother. You know what I'm saying? He got him on his 18th birthday, locked him up on a Friday for nothing because he said, you got gang members at your house. He ain't never been to jail in his life. He just turned 18 today. He go to school, but to mess with me. So now, boom, fast forward 2 years later, hey, we're going to write this report and let you go. Who we got back here in the back? Oh, that's Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore is going to jail. He didn't even tell me. He said, Mr. Moore is going to jail. He made an announcement like he had cameras on him, like at a press conference. Oh, Mr. Moore is going to jail today. Yeah. And I was like, So now I was locked up originally for that. That's why I ended up with 5 years with 85% sitting in Donovan waiting for them to say out to court.
Yeah. And then they brought them charges up on you.
And then
the
they
murder
brought some
charges.
old school, you know what I mean, something that happened that I was on. So really, but blessing is I didn't get, they was trying to give me 2 strikes. And remember they used to double you up and all of that.
Yeah.
They were trying to give me 2 strikes, but at sentencing they have explained that because you tried me out of order.
That's right.
Because the crimes happened out of order.
Out of
So
order,
if you would have
yeah.
tried him for
That's
that first
right.
and
Then
then
you
this,
coulda got
then I
him.
would say, but nah,
That's right.
he ain't
That's
got
right.
no strike
That's right.
because
That's
you
right.
didn't try. So this the first strike.
Yeah.
So that was a blessing. That gave me a little leeway in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
That gave me a couple of swings on a few people that, you know what I'm saying? It's
Without a
like,
doubt.
you know, I could star in a couple of riots.
Yeah.
And then I can back up, you know.
Yeah. So when you wound up in prison, that was the first prison you got to.
First prison was Donovan was the reception. But that you got to think, to me that was like a home prison
Yeah,
because
you
a
been
lot
to
of
San
people,
Diego?
I know, I went to school with him and I know him, and yeah, so it was a good opening.
Yeah.
I had some trainers up there, and even though for some reason I never was on medication, they always put me in the hot med building. The homie said, they trying to tell you something.
You crazy.
I asked the homie, why everybody go to Peel Call but me? They open the doors like yard and shit. I'm like, you got another yard at night? They like, nah, it's Peel Call. Everybody goes, so they just open the building up.
Yeah, you
I'm
crazy.
like, oh man, yeah. So yeah, Donovan. Then like I say, I went back out to court for about 3 years, man. A whole bunch of stuff happened then, man.
I bet it did.
Rest in peace to Birdie, man. But Birdie, Monster Cody moms.
Yeah.
Birdie used to hang with my mom's tough.
Okay.
And Birdie came and brought me, I was in Riverside County Jail and in the hole going through it. And Birdie came and brought me that book. She told me, read this, because they knew I was going back to prison. And I really wasn't there long enough to learn nothing.
Yeah.
So, and then mind you, I left with weights, came back no weights.
Yeah.
I left with big plates of food and steaks. I came back to starvation. You know what I'm saying? I left to like 15-cent soups.
Yeah.
And came back to like 50-cent soups. So it's like I missed a lot of stuff.
Things have changed. A lot of shit changed.
Yeah, but I went through it.
Yeah.
Like on some hardcore. But yeah, when I went back to prison with the L, I go through Tehachapi, drama in Tehachapi.
What was that like? What was that coming? I mean, you know, getting sentenced and having a date to get out. You know what I mean? Planning your life. Okay, well, I'll be out in a couple of years. You know what I mean? From this case, and then getting snatched up for that, you know, for that murder, and then having to go back, and then getting sentenced to a whole, you know, what was? Do you remember that feeling?
This will be short. I know I'll be long-winded. This one gonna be short. When I'm sitting on the bunk, excuse me, I got like chia seeds in my smoothie and shit. I'm on some Larry June shit. When I'm sitting on my bunk playing dominoes with the old man that's on what's that? Howdall. This nigga on Howdall. Yeah. He got his dominoes pointing my way. I'm telling him, hey, play that one. He all fucked up, right? I'm like, hurry up, just play that. Just, domino 10, nigga. But so they opened the door. I'm just sitting on this bunk, man. We got the dominoes, and they just was like, more OTC. He said, more, roll up your stuff. You going OTC. I walked to the door. I just turned 20, bro. I walked to the door. I said, hey, what's OTC? He said, out to court. You know that shit in the movies when they be like, boom.
Yeah.
I heard that shit.
Yeah.
I heard it in my chest.
Yeah.
And now's the second. I was like, it's over.
So when did you find did you know at that moment
I asked
they
him.
was calling you back to court for?
I asked him for what, right?
Yeah.
I said, hey, for what? He said, motherfucker, I don't know.
Yeah,
go to R&R.
Yeah, they gonna tell
and
you
see. So I go to R&R. I'm sitting in there. Now look, this one tobacco, we got all that. I got cans.
Yeah.
So and I'm sitting in the one tank. So in R&R, they got a bus in. So it's dudes going from the tank, going back and forth, talking to the desk and all of that. So they got to walk past the cell they got me in, and they got a little tray slot open right there. So I'm looking out the little tray slot, and then I saw the Riverside sheriffs.
So you knew then, huh?
Yep. So then, cause if it was San Diego, I was like, all right. The other thing that I had going in San Diego, it ain't no L on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool on that, right? Like I'll do that one, right? You know, like I'll admit to that one right now if you let me go on this other one. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we was really gang members. I was a gang member, not no gang banger. I never was for the hood, really, because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I was active, you know what I'm saying, wherever I was at. But yeah, man, they as soon as I seen who it was, I just was like, hey, come here. Hey, go back to the tank and tell them I got tobacco for sale.
So you knew it was over.
Yeah, I just started selling. I said, tell them I want all stamps.
Mm-hmm.
So, dudes coming from across the street, they coming to catch a chain from George Bailey. They going to have all stamps. They going to save up stamps. Yeah. So to get some tobacco when they get there. I got it before you even get in there. Because that one building dry when you first get there, building 20 or whatever. Oh, that building dry. You don't even come out. They don't even turn on the lights up in there, bro. They like, you just get some sleep with a smoker or something. Don't ask for no other celly, none of that. You got about 2 weeks. So yeah, I sold out all my tobacco traded for stamps, got cuffed up, got on that ride.
3 years in the county fighting the case.
3 years on man, that was a movie, bro.
So what was the feeling like after going through all that trial and the day of sentencing? What was that feeling to you? What do you remember what went through your mind?
Yeah. All right, so the day I got sentenced, they cuffed me up. All right, so me and the homie, rest in peace, the homie Green Eyes, Mars from Carver. He died on death row like 2 years ago now.
Rest in peace.
Me and Mars is cellies, and we in ASEG. I spent most of my time in ASEG. And the dude next door to us, this dude, man, he was like on some racial stuff, but then he was talking to the PCs across the hallway, and it was this gay black dude, and he was saying something like, oh, I know this one gay black dude that he only liked the white guy, and then so the homie, a Muslim and all that, he like, hey, so he waited for a little break. He told him, hey, look, I'd appreciate it, man, if you wouldn't speak negatively about no blacks over the tier like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd highly appreciate. That's how the homie talk. Yeah. I'd highly appreciate that. Yeah. He talked like he run a mob or something. Yeah. And dude was like, what? Man, F you, man. You know, he one of them, dude. You can suck my, man. And he was like, man, I'll suck your, turn you out, go to sleep. I was like, so then we like, whatever, man. Okay. But then he trying to get at the homie now, and he finally say like, yeah, man, your mother can suck my. And my homie do not play about his mother. So fast forward, he tell him straight up like, hey, look, now that you said that, let the gate be the bell. You know, he old school. He say old school stuff. Mars. He from the 80s in prisons. So he like, hey, let the gate be the bell, homie. So next day, no. The dude talking the next day over the tier, and I'm like a little soldier. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my early 20s. I'm a young soldier. I'm on another level. Yeah. I'm getting trained by old dudes. Yeah. So I'm listening, and then I hear him because he talks so much. I'm like, pay attention. If you're talking, listen. And he said, yeah, man, I go to court next Tuesday. I'm like, boom, I go to court next Tuesday. That mean they gonna open. We both in ASEG, but they gonna open both of these doors. They gonna put us both on the same elevator.
He's mine.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's what the homie said. Let the gate be the bell. Let it be the bell then. Now let me activate. Yeah. I already got found. I'm going to court to get sentenced.
Yeah.
Man.
Day you going to court to get sentenced.
Yeah. That's the day that he said he go to court.
Yeah, let me show out.
Yeah. You want to play? I don't care about nothing now, right baby. Now. I'm on demon time. What these kids talk about? I'm on demon time. I'm trying to hurt you. So I'm telling you the emotion of like how I'm trying to get you to act. You know what I'm saying? If I was acting, I'd be like, I'm trying to hurt you, boy. You know, I'm calling grown niggas boy. You know what I'm saying? So this my energy at the time. The dude, man, they came, but my energy is strategy, and the homie is telling me he rests now, so I could tell you he telling me strategies, man, about like old school, like how prison used to get down. You know what I'm saying, when it was like Soledad Brothers. Yeah. So I'm like, he was there, so I'm like, all right, cool, I'm on that. So I waited. The police, they came by my door first. I had a weapon made. and I was finna get on the elevator. Wait till we get on the elevator, and just like snatch the dude. It's razors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Snatch the dude up and just book him on the elevator.
Yeah.
You know, we understand. Maybe everybody don't, but we understand this language. We got to talk like this. This is how you spread information. I'm finna book him.
People don't know what booking means. He's gonna stab him.
Yeah, I'm gonna slice him.
Slice
That's
him real
different.
good.
Stab. You can
Yeah.
slice is wicked. Slice
Yeah.
you can't sew up that.
Yeah.
Your vein is open.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm waiting for the elevator shot. So I make the things. I put them in there. Now look, I put them in the little hole in my boxers.
Mm-hmm.
That's old game, so I ain't telling on that.
Yeah.
Old CO from the 70s to tell you about
Yeah.
that. So I put the little thing in my hole in my boxes, but I'm like, okay, I can't have no mistakes or nothing like that because it's right there. It's 2 razors right there, you know what I'm saying, with the little handle. So I'm like, man. So the police come to my door, and before they get, so I'm already ready to go, and then I thought about it. I said, hold on, that's backwards. What Willy Wonka say? Reverse it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I take this why the homie too. My Kiswahili name is Dihani. It means think. They always call me that. So I take the jumpsuit back off, fold it up, put it by the door, get in the sink. They come to my door. Hey, Moore, you ready? Nah. All right, get ready. We're gonna get the next dude and we'll be back. So they gonna get him and chain him up first. Why would I go out and get chained up first? That made zero sense.
That makes zero sense.
We talking crap over tears around here, man.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, this life and death at the time. This really kill. And we
doubt.
don't kill, bro. And this another race that really, these the ones that, these dudes is in there for kills.
Without a doubt.
On us, some of them.
Yeah.
I know some. They got me on their list. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they hey man, I ain't gonna say his name, but he a cool dude now. We straightened him up. He came up out the cell, they put him on the wall, they chained him up, he talking like always, yeah man, cause my chick came down here the other day, flashed her tits out the window, man. And I'm just like, yep, he don't even know. Then they put him facing the wall, shackled up with the waist chains on. They go open my door. He go. They say, Moore, you ready? Yep. I come out like this. Kids, pay attention. I come out with a diversion. The diversion is a trash bag. 2 police right here, they kind of blocking him on the wall right there. I say, hey, where you want me to put this? They, huh? What? Just put it right there. Oh, put it right here. Boom. Spent around. Bop! I'm on this guy, right? On him. Because this was just an opportunity that popped up.
Yeah.
The razor thing is secondary now. It's like, I'm got you. You know what I'm saying? The gate was the bell. I learned how to control the gate.
Yeah.
See, it wasn't about the gate was going to open. It was about controlling the gate.
When it opens.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Or how it opens.
Yeah.
Who it opens for and who it don't.
Yeah.
You know, I done been stuck in some hallways, man, like they used to get us, man.
You know, I know.
They used to, man, like the movies, bro. This ain't like, I want to make a real movie where it's it ain't telling on nothing, but it's giving you history.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, man, like I'm working on the animated thing, man, but just so it's safe, you know what I'm saying?
So you get on him.
Yeah, so I get on him and
right before you finna go to court to get sentenced.
yeah,
right.
then so now I'm on him, bang, bang, bang. Now the police come. Now first the police like me,
Yeah.
like you know people be liking me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
they like, hey, Moore, stop, Moore, hey, cut it out. But they really just looking like,
Yeah.
ooh, he killing him over there, right?
Yeah.
Moore, stop it. So they gave me some time on him, and then they came and rushed me, put me on my back. But then I seen he jumped up and was on top of me now. But
Cuffed up, though.
Yeah, but he
can't do
trying.
nothing.
Yeah, but he trying to stump me.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like this because the police on me. I'm looking upside down.
Yeah.
And I see the homie. Look, they done slipped up. They left the door open. You said something about the homie mama too?
Yeah.
Look, the homie, he a little stocky, light skinned, older. He was about 34 at the time. You know what I'm saying? Green eyes, always serious. You know, them dudes always on burpees.
Yeah, always.
Compton nigga.
Yeah.
My niece cousin. I'm looking upside down. I see him running upside down with the T-shirt tied around his head and his boxers, right? With a little arm swinging. I'm like, hell yeah. And then I just see him get on him.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Now, he done drugged this dude all the way around by the visiting area.
Yeah, yeah.
They trying to get him off.
Yeah.
The other one come jump on me.
Yeah.
I'm on my stomach like, hey, I'm not resisting. I got the razors right here.
Yeah.
Do not jump on my blown.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't resisting. I'm not resisting.
Yeah.
I'm not resisting. Now, my hand is busted up from the dude.
Yeah.
Plus, I got his blood on my jumpsuit. My hair wild.
Yeah.
I got long hair at the time. My hair wild. Yeah, I go to get sentenced. Bro.
So
I got bandage on my hand and shit.
So what the judge said?
All the worst. Said I don't recall all the stuff that they said, but I recall this. I'm gonna tell you what got me out. This what got me out. I recall that the attorney that I had when I get found guilty, actually, I said, well, that's it then. I'm finna go fuck some shit up. He said, hey, don't think like that. I said, nah. I said, man, look, man, I'm a Crip. Man, I don't care if you got one day to life. This is California. I am not going home, bro.
That's it.
So I didn't call him bro because that wasn't hot right then, but whatever. Well, I am not going home. You know what I'm saying? And he said, let me tell you something. He said, you can't think like that. He said, do you know by the time that you go to the board, the whole administration will be done changed? I always remember he said that.
Yeah.
And I kind of changed my trajectory.
Yeah.
I started thinking because the homie Mars, that, you know, he didn't ever teach me to be stupid.
Yeah.
He taught me that, yeah, we all got to do something. And this is a lesson. We all got to do something. You from, like, you know, at that time, the words were, you from Compton Crib, homie, you going to go to the pen, you going to stab somebody. You going to do something.
Yeah.
But everybody got to do something.
Yeah.
That don't make you nobody. The person what make you somebody is if you do something and you get away with it. You be smart about what you do. Do what you need to do. Don't do too much. But be smart about it. If you got to do it, get away with it because you might be needed for the next wave of whatever's going on. You might be needed to explain something that was a misunderstanding. You don't know what your next mission is, but you don't want to get swept up.
Without
you know,
doubt.
something that they probably would have told us in slavery.
Without doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, you don't want to get caught out there talking too loud, saying the wrong things, man. Be smart about how you do it so you'll be around when it is that time to really just crash out.
Without a doubt. So how long had you been in prison when you had that aha moment, I like to call it, when you realized that, you know, all this goofy shit ain't going to get me out of here. I need to make some changes. I want to be a different person. I want to find who I really am. But
I had a lot, man. I had an aha moment, man. The second that they said that you can get in the car, man, I was like, man, you know, it's got to be a God or something going on around
this
here.
can't be happening.
Yeah, so I had been even through the county jail. Like I said, most of the time I was in the hole, man, for years by myself studying
but
myself.
when did them actions start to, reflect
I say
on,
when
on the things you was thinking about? When did that happen? When did they line up together?
I never, like I had little tantrums and shit, but I always was on something positive in my head. I always, even like the same dude, like the joke that you got about the dude that fired you up in the day room and shit.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my celly,
Diablo.
right? Yeah, nah.
Not that
I
one?
don't want to say the big.
Oh, the homie. Oh, yeah.
So I had a fight with the same nigga after you. Now, mind you, the same brother. I had a fight with. I'm in the cell, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm just getting to level 4 prison. I'm just getting back to prison.
Calipatch State Prison.
Man, it's 99.
90 fucking.
We on
9.
lockdown when I get there. We on lockdown for a year after I get there.
Yes, we was.
I get moved in the cell with my homie.
Yeah.
Your buddy. All right, so I already hear the stories about what you and him did, what that was.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, man, who is this nigga? They like, nah, that's the big homie, man, but he really just be on some negative stuff all the time. I'm like, all right, but then I end up moving in the cell with him. So then me and him get in the misunderstanding. Now, I tell you this.
Yeah.
I didn't lose.
Yeah.
Only because I did reconnaissance on your situation.
Yeah.
When everybody talking about your situation, I'm like, well, where did the brother misstep at?
Yeah.
Where they was like, okay, I'm like, well, he talked too long.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, he advanced too fast. So I'm a boxer too. I say he didn't advance too fast.
Without a doubt.
So I say, that's what this dude capitalized off. Then I done heard him tell a story.
Yeah.
Man. So when he walked up to me like, man, you're good. Like, and then he said he took one, and then I was like, whoa. So then he said the 2-piece and the biscuit.
Yeah.
I said, I won't be. This dude's arms is longer than this room, homie. I said, man, I ain't going for that.
And that thing gonna be too.
I know.
It's flying. He got me first.
Man, but I tell you this, I didn't win. I didn't lose, but I didn't win either. He didn't lose either. It was respectful, but this dude,
no, he's a soldier.
He hit me. Man, the one that he hit me so hard that I had to pretend like I wasn't knocked out. You ever had to pretend like you wasn't knocked out so a nigga don't hit you again?
Oh, shit.
You like, yeah, hey, homie, yeah, hey, can we talk about this? You like, nigga, I'm over here. You like, oh, yeah, no, I'm saying. Yeah, so, yeah, no, anyway. But, yeah, I changed. I say I always had good in me, you know what I'm saying? But my road ended up being kind of easy because I didn't come in fully just accepted by my homies like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to like some just the way my neighborhood is set up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some separation between us was in there a little in some people's hearts. So I never what I would have ran in there and did if I had to, like if people would have put a battery in my back.
Yeah.
Oh, you the little homie? Oh, I would have went in there and threw a temper tantrum, man.
Yeah.
We'd have had so many riots over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But knowing that like, oh man, I'm really just by myself again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm reflecting. So I'm not really trying to do nothing extra. I'm not the dude plus I'm really not the dude to step up and be more active when I got a lot of homies. I'm going to be myself regardless. You know, so it was cool that I could just be me, start thinking. So I always, if you remember, I always had a studio. I always figured out how to build a studio in prison and have a secret little place where if you cool, you can come mess with Dame, mess with Face, man. He got the studio. He got the chapel cracking. He got a concert going. So that ended up being me.
Without doubt. How many years you walked off before you wound up getting out of that joint?
Shit, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 24?
24 years. So how long you been home now?
It'll be 7 years on the 13th. What's today? The 12th? Tomorrow. It'll be 7 years tomorrow. They let me out. They let me out 30 days early, like on Father's Day weekend.
Oh, that's big.
Just the governor signed it 30 days early. I think because they had put me through so much stuff that was on they bad for sending me back to board a couple of times when it was they bad, and I proved that, you know. So they was kind of apologizing to me.
So what you been doing since you been on?
Man,
what was your first? Getting out of doing all the time, what was your first just like, wow?
My first wow? My first wow was just I threw up on the freeway coming here, man, from Soledad, right? My little cousin Onika. Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Onika, man. Yeah, so cousin Onika, she came and picked me up and she drives. She a LA person. She drives so crazy. Yeah. Man, she was driving fast. She had got me some In and Out. It was just sitting in my lap, though. I couldn't eat it. And then, like, we got to Hollywood. I remember I was like, oh, man, pull over. And I got out and threw up on the side of the freeway and just looked at the traffic and everything and all that. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah.
Unbelievable. So what you been doing since you been home, though? What kind of things you...
Man, I done been from working in a warehouse and to being a dishwasher to opening up the 2 restaurants at the soccer stadium. Yeah. And being a chef. Yeah. I done been a chef. I done been a chef and worked at other programs. Like when I was in the transitional home, I actually got jobs working in different transitional home, being the cook. Yeah. You know, I stopped cooking just because the cooking game was, you know, I was getting up there, but it's like the music game. You could be disappointed at it. Yeah. It can make you not want to make toast again.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So stop that. Then I started, I'll tell you, this is the first T-shirt I made when I stopped cooking. Okay. The first shirt I made was a thermal. Okay. This is something I drew for an art contest in Soledad before I left. All right. It say rap is poetry. Yeah. So yeah, I was cooking. Then I stopped that to start making T-shirts when all right, so I'm in Francisco Homes on 54th when rest in peace Nipsey when Nipsey get killed, I'm at the taco shop right there. I'm at the taco truck on what is that, Venison La Brea? Man, and I'm waiting in line, and this girl I'm with, she like, oh my God, and she a blood.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my God, they just killed Nipsey. And she was crying. I was tripping like, what's the helicopters, right?
Yeah.
And she started crying, and I was like, damn, man. Why, and that whole shit just was like, and then I come to find out, somebody told me that the guy that got shot next to him was supposed to been coming to my house, to the 54th to the 54th house over there, and he didn't even make it to there. Yeah, he went and because they told him to come pick up some clothes. You know what I'm saying? He went there first and was about to check in with us. So he was about to be another brother of mine too. You know, because that's the house is just another group home. I know group homes.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, same people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that motivated me to start making my shirts because I had that idea. I was trying to sell that idea to my son when I was locked up that he could make money like that.
Yeah.
And I was drawing him a bunch of patterns, sending them home. Yeah. So I said, well, let me move on it, man. Yeah. So I moved on it to be independent. I started making these as T-shirts. Yeah. And then I had a little speaker in my backpack, and I go down to Venice every day from Francisco Homes. So I was staying like in, 41st and Bud Long over there, 54th. I was staying all over through there. I get on the train, go down to Santa Monica, walk down to, meet people. I was taking pictures. I had an iPhone. I was calling myself an iPhone photographer, urban photographer. Yeah. I was taking pictures of all the graffiti. If you go to my old Instagrams, you'll see the F2F art shirts with a Z. You'll see all the old, like everything I did when I got out. I walked around every single part of Los Angeles. I walked from Inglewood to the Crenshaw Mall. I'm talking about like the social services office to the Crenshaw Mall and walked around the Crenshaw Mall 7-8 times trying to realize which way I'm going. I'm
just enjoying life.
Yeah, and then I bought me a skateboard. Then I got me a bike. I started biking to work. Yeah. Then I got my skateboard. I started skating for my brother, rest in peace. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My brother was a pro skater. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's like the first black pro skater I ever heard of. Yeah. And, was skating with Mike McGill and all them in Venice Beach. And, he'd go down there, come back. Oh, man, I was skating with so-and-so. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, I bought the skateboard. Now I'm up and down the beach every day. I started vending, started street performing because I had a piece that I don't remember right now. Yeah. But I had a poetry piece that goes with this art. Okay. So the deal was, if you buy the shirt from me, then I also got to give you the performance of the piece. Without a doubt. Which was like, it started out like, why I got to be so ashamed of what Dame do when he flame like bang, words slang like Kane, words train like Dame. Yeah, it's a whole like hip hop kind of thing. Without a doubt. But people would actually give me more money just for the story. Without a doubt. Yeah, then the shirt. So the shirts was $35. Yeah. Shout out to Joe for Show T-shirts. He got a shop in Inglewood right now. He from Venice, but he was off in Inglewood. Yeah. I was going in his garage making shirts over there. Let's go. And he was helping me with these, man. Like I say, and then I was selling $35. Usually I get about $50 or a person to buy more than one because I gave him the story, and I was living off of that. Without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Then the next segment is this where you ask me, so when did you hook up with me? When did we start? Yeah. All right. So go ahead, ask. I'm going to clear my throat while you do it. All right. So look, here we go. So then I'm in Francisco Homes, mind you. Yeah. Now I'm back to, look, your old ways, bro. Your old ways of survival. Yeah. You might be, you might be doing real good and got the Dockers on with the backpack on and all that. But at the same time, when it's like, hey, where's the rent? And it's like, oh, hold up. And it's like, no, hey, you can't be homeless on parole as a lifer. Oh, so man, hold on, but I'm staying in my car. No, you can't stay in your car. You have to have an address. Right. Well, I don't have no address. I don't got no people no more like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me being street Dame, street Dame, little nigga, he know how to creep, he downtown with it, he know. So I creeped and crawled and figured out how to live in my car. First I was living in my car over there by USC where my cousin stayed at. Then I was living in my car because Francisco Homes kicked me out on accident. Yeah. You know, mind you, I put my hands on somebody, but they figured out why. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, somebody told,
You're
but
the man.
yeah, no, but somebody told, no, but it's something like you'll try. Like I say, you'll try.
Yeah.
Somebody told the story right.
Yeah, yeah.
So even though I dipped out after I did it, like I'm not finna go back to jail for nobody.
Yeah.
I'm still in Francisco Homes. What you talking about?
Still on parole.
Man, I done went hand. I done choke slammed the dude and put him up under the table and talked to him weird. So I'm like, oh yeah, hold on, let me go to my godmama house over there in Leimert, kick back for a little while.
Yeah.
And then they called me. It was like, oh, we kicked you out because we thought you left.
Yeah.
But they like, did you put your hands on somebody? Yeah. But you know, I just felt like he was out of control. They said, nah. They told us, the dude had did. Okay, cool. They're like, well, we kind of owe you because we thought you just left the program.
Yeah.
So you can stay at this other house we got, but just unofficially. So look, I'm dipping on my PO because now I'm standing there. Now they kick me out. I'm standing in the backyard in my car.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, they got them alleys with them gates, the gates with the alleys with the gates that you lock. I got the key. I'm staying in the backyard in my car, and then they kind of like, hey, you got to stop that too. So now I'm secretly living with my ex in San Diego.
Yeah.
In Rancho Bernardo area.
Yeah.
I'm secretly living out there and catching that. When my PO called me and say, hey, I need to see you tomorrow, because they never got the report that I'm not at Francisco Homes.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I could live if I go out there, but I can't go out there because they ain't letting me go.
That's right.
So I'm right by the Amtrak. When I keep a ticket handy, when there are some ticket money, when she say, I need to see you tomorrow, boom, get my ticket. I get on the Amtrak, go down there early in the morning, stand in front of Francis. It was a guy at the time, stand in front of Francisco Homes till he come there. When he check everybody else, I walk in there, take a piss, and walk out. Right. So they thought I was living there.
Yeah.
And I really was homeless, you know what I'm saying, and just trying to find a place.
Yeah.
So I did that, the T-shirt thing, the hustle. Then it started, I met you with somebody at Francisco Homes said, hey, you remember Rat from 9-8? I'm like, yeah. They said, yeah, you know that nigga doing comedy and shit now. He be performing and stuff like that. I said, Rat? I said, I ain't never heard that nigga say nothing funny. I was like, well, nigga just decided to do comedy. I was like, he must be serious. That nigga, you could just decide, like, nigga, I'm gonna learn comedy. Nigga, I'm like, yeah, because we usually be in a situation where it ain't really no funny shit. Ain't unless you in a cell with somebody or you the homie,
right.
But me and you, the only time we really kicked it. Was when we was safe, right?
Yes,
when they opened up Kern Valley.
Yes, sir.
And kind of we was just being housed and shit, and we was just like on
Easy
vacation.
living in,
They ain't letting us out the yard anyway. So,
so it was easy.
They saying come to day room every day. Remember they saying come to day room there? I was like, look, my celly, he get the trees. I'm gonna make some liquor. We gonna come down to the table in front of your cell, get the cards, and we just gonna be there all day. I put 5 gallons under the table in the box, and everybody just come with their cups. We kicking it, ain't man? They training on us right now. So
it was a party.
Yeah, man. So that maybe then you said something funny. I did, and before we even go, I want to just give you props on your business acumen, man, because I paid attention to that. Like this brother behind the bars, they put us in a new prison. Now we got phones and shit. I'm like, this dude starting a business. These other dudes tricking their time. This nigga starting a business on the phone. I'm like, hell yeah. So anyway, back to. I never heard you say nothing funny except for kicking it right there, but like just have a whole, because right there we was kind of on point too, because it's new. It's new. We kind of like, who is this? You got a lot of Crenshaw District business going on in the building. It was like, who? Gotta pay attention.
Gotta pay attention.
Yeah. So so then they was like, I give him a call.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, man, I think I sent you a text.
Yeah.
It was like, hey man, I don't know if you remember me, man. I'm Face, man. We was a couple of places, and it was like, man, I'm thinking about doing comedy too. You was like, come on down. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna be at this place right here, man. Matter of fact, I think you met with me first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hung out, chill.
Yeah.
Then we went on down.
Yeah.
Chill. Matter of fact, we went ate a couple of times with some people too, a few times.
Yeah. Matter of fact, what was that? What's the ghetto place? Not the Red Lobster. What's the other ghetto place?
I
don't know. We was chilling though, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
man, I could be on some.
Right on it.
Yeah, I could be on some ghetto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're home, man. Welcome home, man. We appreciate the interview, man. It's been very enlightening. You know what I mean?
Sure. Oh, let me give you this on. Let me knock over your mic before I leave.
Okay.
Let me give you this too, man. See?
And there it
Brought
is
to you
there.
by 440. That's the 440.
I got some of this in the car right now.
Well, there
I'm
goes
using it right
some
now.
more.
Stay
I'm
on
saying.
it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you know,
Yeah,
20,
this the thing. Yeah.
20 minutes after 420.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of How Did I Get Life. Talk to Damian Moore, a hell of a story. Where they can find you at? Where people
They
can
can
find
find
you at, see
me
what you
on
got going on.
Face to Face the Music with 2 C's on the end of music.
Okay.
On Instagram. That's the easiest place. You find me right there, you get all the entertainment and you get the information. I ain't too crowded, so you can hit my DM and I get back at you.
Without a doubt. And this is also, this is the guy who made the intro for the show right now.
How did
We just
I
got
get
started. So we're gonna put the intro on that he made on this very episode. You'll see it for the very first time. But this is the guy who created the intro. I want to thank you. Me and my producer Dre want to thank you for it. It's original, hell of a beat, hell of a line. You know what I mean? How you orchestrated the pictures in there and everything, man. I appreciate you, man, from the heart, my brother, without a doubt. And with that being said, YouTube, we out, man. Look out for us. Like, subscribe, share, tell somebody. You know what I mean? We got something going on over here. Listen, so thank y'all for tuning in. Catch you next time. Peace.
All right. It is
Appreciate
hot.
you, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, how did I even get here? Attracted to the dope game, addicted to the gangbang, infatuated with the street fame. How did I get life? Attracted to the dope game, addicted to the gangbang, infatuated with the street fame. How did I get life?